It is a stark warning from Oxfam. Destitution, hardship and hunger on a large scale. Yet this is no famine-stricken country in the developing world. This is Britain today, where 500,000 people now rely on food banks. That's 3 times the number that it was last year. As well as unemployment, falling income and soaring food prices, the charity said many people were forced to seek emergency aid because they'd had their benefits cut or withdrawn altogether. Cordelia Lynch reports.
Give us a couple of carry bags worth of food. It's basically tins, pasta, rice, dried milk. Potatoes.
Jason Broadhurst's cupboards in Warrington are filled with donated food.
You know, like I say, people are proud, they don't like asking, but it gets to that stage where you've got to.
Since losing his haulage job 12 months ago, he's also lost £150 a fortnight in benefits, and with it, his security. Here at Warrington Food Bank, he gets what he can't find at home.
Got a wide range and a variety of cereals in there.
Today, a study by 2 charities revealed he's one of nearly 500,000 people relying on handouts.
Good choice.
How hard is life at the moment?
It's a real struggle. Some days it can just be beans on toast we're eating for the day, and that is it. Some days can be even worse.
That's not going lovely with that.
I say the price of food nowadays is sky high, rocketing, your gas, your electric, and I say I just don't manage to make the money last, and I say we stretch it as much as we can, but I say it's really, really difficult.
Many food banks like this say changes to the benefits system have led to the rise in people depending on them. But there is a growing issue with supplies running out. Oxfam and Church Action Poverty say this level of need amounts to a national disgrace.
The main message is to make sure the benefit system is working properly, which is why we're asking for an inquiry into its workings, and secondly, use the resources that are coming in from successfully tackling tax dodging to actually support people's livelihoods so they're not put in this horrible position of having to use food handouts.
In the garage of another church, this time in Stoke-on-Trent, keeping up handouts is heavy work. Volunteers have been forced to ration food after a drop in donations.
We've had to prioritise those over the age of 65 and families with young children.
They issue over a ton of food a week, but Reverend Ron Willoughby doesn't think this work is the solution.
We're the interim. We're simply a crisis provision. There's got to be a long-term solution, and it can't be food banks.
Few campaigners would deny the food poverty crisis, but a growing number believe food banks are a short-term measure. Now a consortium of 70 charities are collecting information to present to the UN.
On the international level, it's very embarrassing for the UK, and we do need to change it. And we think that this consortium is the ideal way to bring about that change for families across the UK.
David Cameron backs food banks, a clear example of his big society, but he denies any links between them and benefit reforms. That may become an increasingly hard line to swallow.